Ever wonder how Makey Makey was created? We're celebrating our Bananaversary by interviewing Jay Silver and Eric Rosenbaum to learn more about them and the process of invention.
Well,
Shenanigans.
one of them was called Mmts. That's spelled MMMTSSS, and it's a just a music looper software thing, a toy that I created with Jay, and um, we definitely would give each other energy around ideas like that, and so like recording sounds, mouth noises, back and forth with Jay was a lot of fun, and we at some point needed to set up a physical kiosk for it, an installation for an event at the lab. And the way it worked was you'd control it by pressing keys on the keyboard, but we needed to like make something that didn't look like a keyboard so it could look like a installation. And so that was one of the origins of the keyboard hacking idea, because we had seen other people actually take apart keyboards and wire different buttons to them. We didn't do it in that case, but we knew about that concept, and we knew how, on the one hand, it's kind of frustrating and hard to actually like just make something that is a button connected to a computer. Like there are ways to do it, but none of them are super simple. And on the other hand, that repurposing a keyboard is a powerful and generative idea.
And Eric is like Eric is like the improvisational musician between us. I mean, I also am one, but in the presence of Eric, he is the improvisational musician. And so like Media Lab doesn't necessarily encourage collaboration just by default. I mean, it's fine, no one's stopping you. But so like which is the musical looper Eric was just describing, is an example of something that Eric was working on. And then like so we would have our projects that we were working on, and you never really work on something totally in isolation because there's always like this like pit with these grad students, and you're talking to each other and you're seeing what's going on. But there was just this natural like, oh hey, there's a natural energy draw, a magnetic draw to like, you're working on that, oh what about this, what about that, and before you know it, it became like a 20/80 or a 30/70 or a 50/50. Like projects would just like happen that way automatically. I think just even still to this day, there's this natural like the energy ramps up, the ideas multiply, and then they narrow down into a succinct idea. And how does that happen? We don't know. But if we're together, it does happen. So it's really nice. I think I'll speak for myself saying like, I don't fully understand why when we collaborate, it feels really good and the
Hmm.
ideas seem like they're good ideas over and over again. When you find like a partner, like a marriage partner, for example, like you fit together, but you don't know why, but it has to do with like your birth and what you're struggling with in life. And, it must be similar to that. Like it must have to do with whatever, like talents and traumas and excitement, like, and how it fits together and how we're like not the same shape as each other, but it's complementary. But I don't fully understand it.
We definitely have a magical kind of complementarity that is hard to suss out the shape of. One of the things that happens, I notice, is that like I could speak Jay pretty well. In other words, Jay has an idiosyncratic way of expressing himself, which I love, and I understand it as well as anybody. And I think he understands what I'm talking about really well, also. And so we have a kind of wavelength we can get on that has to do with not just being able to quickly articulate concepts that otherwise might take a lot more elaboration. We can do that quickly, but also kind of bounce them back and forth and sort of remix and generate new ideas quickly through that.